Board Game Smorgasbord. I'm Tom Basil.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Camilla.
We want to say a big thank you to some of our Kickstarter backers. We want to say thank you to Carolyn Van Slick.
Carolyn Van Slick, yeah.
To Connie West.
Connie West.
I know them.
Oh, yeah.
To Lovisa Bard.
Lovisa Bard.
To Bolt Vanderhuge.
Bolt Vanderhuge.
To myself and the person to my left. You're not included, Camilla. That's what it says. Sorry.
That one I refuse to sing that.
To Vanessa G.
Thank you.
Vanessa G.
Tommy from Texas.
Tommy from Texas.
Tommy Kerbo, I think, from Texas, right?
It's just Tommy from Texas. That's how he introduces himself.
Is there more than one Tommy
Although
from Texas?
when I met him in Texas, I was like, you're just Tommy now, right?
Tommy in Texas.
And then Deanna and Ricky.
Deanna and Ricky.
New theme song. That's a new stretch goal next year. Z will make you your own theme song.
Ooh.
Did I mispronounce a name? Well.
No, they're making fun of you in general.
No, they mispronounced Texas.
It's Teja.
Tejas.
All right, anywho. Hey, I found out that some people don't know we also do a podcast here on the Dice Tower. Me, Eric, and Julia Hearn. You can find that. It's called At the Table with the Dice Tower. And we're just recorded episode 22?
Oh, wow. I didn't realize you had that many now already.
I know.
You're a professional
It's
now.
almost a year.
I don't know.
Anyway, go check it out. You can find it online and Spotify and iTunes. And that's about it. I don't know if it's on other spots or not.
Apple Music.
Oh,
Not
Mike just
iTunes.
put it's also in our link tree in every video. Mike Heller put it up there. Yeah, so check out the podcast every other week. All right. Well, welcome to Board Game Smorgasbord. We have a lot of stuff going on today. The RPG is back.
Yeah.
And we also have some fun reviews coming your way. I think they're fun. We're about to talk about fries soon, so keep that in mind. But hang on to that. Before that, we have a lot of news. So there's a lot of awards that have been announced, including our own Dice Tower Awards. That's not in our news because, well, we did it, so you can go check out the Dice Tower Award nominations, dicetowerawards.com. The Spiel, we talked about those awards last week, and next week we'll talk about the Origins Awards. But we have the Jogo de Año. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It's the Portuguese Awards, the Portuguese Game of the Year. The nominees for that is Horseless Carriage, Nucleum, Evacuation, Scholars of South Tigers, and Hegemony.
Wow.
Those are heavy.
I was gonna say, so this is heavy Euro Game of the Year because that's what that is.
They swing heavier, much more than the Spiel. Wow.
Wow.
That's very impressive.
That's cool.
That is an audience that's definitely going to be tremendously happy with these. There's a lot of people out there that I bet this is their award because of these nominees.
So have you guys heard of Aaliyah?
Yes, I have.
What is it?
It's a publisher?
No! It's a singer! The lead singer of Saltatio Mortis?
Oh, yeah,
What?
yeah. The Saltine Crackers.
No.
Salt.
So this is the new face of Spiel Essen. Anyhow, he's a rock star. So he's from a well-known German rock band. So not as known in America, but he's going to be dressed in his personal, original Geralt of Rivia armor from The Witcher 3. He's an enthusiastic gamer. He and his band will be there, and they're going to do a special program there. So you can go watch a rock concert.
What?
All right.
I don't know.
Cool.
Cool, I guess. Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, I'm assuming...
I'm all about, like...
Das ist das Spielen! Das Spielen!
I think it's really cool that there's someone, like, outside the hobby that's in the hobby that we didn't know about, kind of thing,
I think
that's really neat.
I didn't know either,
Yeah, that's really cool.
Carol
About this
Rapp,
person
who manages
existing.
the Spiel, says you can tell how much Aaliyah's fire burns for games and for Spiel.
Oh.
And we are passionate about music just as much. Together we can reach and inspire people who might not have had us on their radar individually.
Cool.
Which is true.
Yeah. That's neat.
So there you go.
Mutually beneficial.
I like it.
And there's also going to be some games coming eventually from some of these things, some RPGs and things like that, set in whatever world this guy's music is in.
Earth. No?
Anywho, Star Wars X-Wing and Star Wars Armada are done. The Atomic Mass, who is the current publisher, even though these were originally from Fantasy Flight, they got moved over to Atomic Mass, is no longer doing them, although they said don't worry, they will still be publishing Star Wars Legion and Star Wars Shatterpoint. Or I think it's just called, I don't think it's called Star Wars Shatterpoint, I think it's just called Shatterpoint something. Anyhow, both of those unfortunately are ground games. So if you want to play space games in Star Wars right now, there's no option, except you can still play these games. They're not making new product for them. Star Wars X-Wing came out in 2012. It was definitely one we talked about as in consideration for a Hall of Fame award.
Yeah.
Because it really did change the hobby, and a 12-year run is not a bad run for a miniature game at all. Armada was never as popular as as X-Wing. I liked it better, actually. But I just like the bigger ships and things. But anyhow, yeah, I don't know. The people, what's happening. Essentially, it just wasn't making as much money. Did Atomic Mass put effort into it, like Fantasy Flight? Maybe not, but this is what happens when you shuffle things up in Asmodee.
Right.
Yeah.
And like you said, I mean, you can still play the game. It's not like, oh no, there's nothing more coming out for it. It's dead. No, like you can still play the stuff you have, Like, I hate that idea of
The idea of oh no, the game's now dead. It's like, you know what else is dead, technically, by that definition? Most board games.
Most board games, yeah, right. That
Like, they don't
aren't
have
getting
anything else
expansions.
coming out.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
and I get it. It's a miniatures game, just like a collectible card game. You sort of see them differently. There is a meta there that evolves. But 12 years worth of meta is fine.
Yeah.
Come on. It's not, yes, they're not supporting it anymore. It's not dead.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't know what this will do to prices. Sometimes the prices go up.
Yeah.
But like when Wizards of the Coast, they stopped making D&D miniatures, and then that market crashed. You could get those real cheap everywhere.
really?
Yeah. Oh, and they did Star Wars too. D&D, Wizards had a Star Wars miniature game for a while.
Oh, really?
I bought it mostly for the miniatures, not for the game. The game was just a D20 roll around and fight stuff. All right, Rummikub. What's going on with Rummikub? Well, there's
a rock band.
There's Rummikub drama. So
What?
Lamada Light Industries announced a deal. Lamada is the company in Israel. Rummikub's from Israel. That they made a deal with Hasbro exclusively to distribute Rummikub. After they made that, then Goliath Games said, no, we have Rummikub in North America. So who knows? Someone has Rummikub in North America. Still very popular, and we'll see what happens.
So they're fighting for who has the right to publish it. Okay.
It does sell quite a few copies. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Pressman's involved, too.
Oh.
All right. Lose. There's a new game coming from Yellow.
Oh.
This is from Taiki Shinzawa, a 2014 game. So this is a 10-year-old game that they're redoing, and it's now 3 to 5 players and has a new scoring system. You're predicting how many tricks you're going to win in a round without knowing exactly which cards you have.
Trick-taking game!
So you'll get the cards, and you can see the back, so you'll know the suits, but you don't know what you have, necessarily. This is coming out
Shinzawa is
October.
like, I found this out from Mike DeLisio, of course, but Taiki Shinzawa is like the trick-taking master right now.
Oh, got it.
Like, if you're a trick-taking fan, then this is like one of 3 names that you're like, oh, Taiki Shinzawa, you know what I mean?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
All right. Cool cover here, I think. Sea or Shore.
Oh,
This
cute.
is
Well, that is
from
cute.
Jolly Dutch Productions, Lars Jansen, and I believe, is this another trick-taking game? No, you're just revealing. Oh, no, yeah, it is another trick-taking game. So if you have the highest number and a
Taiki?
color, you're going to match a matching treasure on the board or steal a treasure from someone else who has played that same color. So that sounds a little like simultaneous reveal more than trick-taking, but
Yeah.
either way, it looks cool, and I really like that cover.
That is cute.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Kind of deceptive. Kind of looks like a kid's game, though.
That's how the Jolly Dutch games kind of look.
Do they?
Though. Yeah.
And to be, I'm not saying I dislike it. I do like it. It's just, I would not have gotten that.
Let's see if you still like this next group of games here. This is from New Mill Industries, And we have the Icarus Club. And
Wait, what? The what?
the Icarus
Icarus.
Club. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying it wrong. I never mispronounce stuff. And 7 Prophecies.
Oof.
These are also trick-taking games. You can tell Mike DeLisio does the news, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you really can, yeah.
I know one of these two, or maybe not one of these two. I know these guys are the ones reprinting My Favorite Carrera. Is that one of these two, Mike? Mike, are you there?
Mike.
Are we pausing?
Mike.
Anyway.
Yeah, these guys are doing, they came out with the one I reviewed.
Gotta say, though, those boxes, are they trying to not sell them?
Yeah, they have a very,
That's rough.
They have quite the look.
You can't even read the Icarus Club. Like, I thought the name of it was whatever's up top. I can't see it right now with that
The bottom
banner,
one
but,
looks like a tract. Like here, would you like to hear about the 7 Prophecies?
Yeah.
Like some pamphlet literature you
It
get at an
does.
airport
I
from a
see.
guy.
Or like
Yeah.
He's like, let me tell you about the 7 Prophecies. You're like, oh, what are they?
Right, or like a book from, I don't know, 1900 or something.
And the top one looks like a dartboard.
It's just illegible. Yeah, those
Yeah,
are.
these guys do a lot of reprinting
Oof.
trick-taking games.
Which means they're probably good, though. With trick-taking, I assume that if they look not that great, they're probably a fun game.
And they reprint, yeah, the last one I reviewed from them was a modern trick-taking game, not like a reprint, really. I didn't like it very much. I thought it was a little flat. But I know they're reprinting one, which I reviewed a long time ago, too, incredibly hard to find. That is getting a new edition with a new theme. And that is a good game, that Favorite Carrera game. And I don't know which one, I don't know what it's going to be called.
Okay, anyhow, Spring Cleaning is a new card game coming from Little Dog Games. This is designed by Jonathan Cox, or as many people on the internet know, John Gets Games. So this is a game that he designed. You're trying to get rid of the trash. It's a card shedding game. So you get rid of cards from your hand. You can't rearrange cards in your hand. And you're going to offer cards, and then someone might use that offer if it's in their hand as a spot of their choice, letting you manipulate cards in your hand somehow. It sounds good.
Yeah.
Don't love the cover. I like the dog. The dog's cute, but the background just makes it look, I don't know.
There's not quite enough going on, maybe, but not in a streamlined, simple
It looks
way.
like I made the thing. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
here's a cool
yeah.
font. Here's a background I found. Here's clip art of a dog.
Right, yeah. The dog is cute, though.
And a dog is cute.
And it's not trick-taking.
No, it's card
That's
shedding.
exciting.
Yeah, but hey.
Do you
I
like
like-
that? Do you like
You can
card
do-
shedding?
I like it more than trick-taking. I mean,
not
it's something
saying
to
much.
do with cards that's not trick-taking.
All right.
You know, most card games aren't trick-taking games.
Not in my Dice Tower experience.
Fair.
All right. Well, they're remaking, we're going to board games now, Tonga Bonga.
Tonga? Bonga? From
This game came out in 1998.
Randolph, or who is
Wow.
it? It's somebody famous.
This is Stefan Dora.
Dora, that's right.
And interestingly enough, for me anyway, I've never played it.
How have you never played Tonga Bonga?
I don't know. It just never crossed my radar. And I like
You quite
a lot of
gamer.
Stefan Dora's stuff. The new cover's interesting. No, I don't dislike it, but it looks a little, I don't know. It doesn't draw me, I guess. The old one has that wacky almost, it's like, we made this in the 90s.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of a peaceful cover.
Yeah, Platy has been reprinting all this old stuff from
Yeah.
all sorts of designers with their L boards, their weird L boards.
Mike says he loves the cover.
Yeah, I
He
think it's
probably
kinda
loves the
peaceful.
game, too.
I
I,
really
know
like-
he likes the company.
I don't dislike it, but anyway, it's a racing game. You're racing around a bay, the Tonga Bonga Bay, and visiting different islands and getting back. I do like racing games, so I'll have to give this one a try. This is the new English-Korean version that will be coming out in 2024. Wow, 26 years later.
Yeah, wow.
Vassal's Law has just been like decimated. Like if a game has been printed, it will be printed again. All right. Skull Queen is coming out. I'm assuming it's the sequel to Skull King.
I assume so,
But
yeah.
more powerful, like chess. Anyhow, this is a trick-taking game. We're back to trick-taking games from Stefan Dora also. 2 to 6. And you have to decide before you play whether you will win or lose tricks for every suit.
Yeah, this is a different thing. I believe they're really just tying Skull Queen here to Skull King thematically. They do not sound like similar games. They are from different designers. They're just hoping to sell Skull Queen because Skull King is popular.
It's a marketing thing.
I'm not seeing the connection. They're both trick-taking games. You know what I mean?
There you go.
That's it. But
and Skull King was really popular. It's one of the most popular trick-taking games.
It is. And Stefan Dora has made some of the most popular trick-taking games ever made, like Niet. So.
No. All right. Agent Dog is coming out. This is from Schmidt. So there's already a couple dog variations. They've done Dog Royal in 2012 and Black Dog in 2026, but now we have Agent Dog. Dog is a game in Germany that's very similar to Parcheesi, which it definitely looks like on the board there.
Okay.
But you play. The recommended way to play is with team play. So looks good.
Interesting.
But also, it better be better than Parcheesi because I really hate Parcheesi.
It's very much. It's like Parcheesi with cards instead of dice.
You played it?
No, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's also like that one game from Iceland. Where you move, same thing. You're moving.
I say, well, you're the person who's going to play this because doesn't your mom love Parcheesi?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, really?
All right. A bunch of kids' games Schmidt has also announced here. So we have Sta Vorm Bau, which is traffic jam in front of construction, Kaffer Parade, and the one I'm most interested in, Top die Tort, on the bottom because it's from Wolfgang Warsch. And last year, one of his games was nominated for the Kinderspiel. And you're building a cake. Building a cake, Wolfgang Warsch. I'm done.
You're definitely in there. I don't know, that ant one looks really cute, the top left. I like that.
Oh, they all look cute. Oh,
Cute.
although the second one, again, looks like a video, direct-to-video. They're like, it's like Bugs, but...
All three, what's funny is the composition of all three covers is the same.
It is.
Somebody leaning in to the shot.
Yeah.
What is it about board game covers that they love that breaking the fourth wall? One character in the cover is like, I know you're looking at me.
I know, that's
It's
weird,
inviting, maybe. I don't know. It feels personal.
It's a selfie.
Selfies, they're in. Selfie games. All right. Let's try to move on to non-card games, but no, we got Wild Wild Pattern. Wait, did we skip one?
Not as far as I know.
Go back one. Huh. Did I skip one? Well, whatever.
Unless it was added in, like...
We'll talk about Wild Wild Pattern on some other day. Let's talk about Lone Wolves.
Wall Pattern is next.
Oh, it is? Okay, they must have just got moved.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, now we're in Wild Wild Pattern. All right, let's take a... This is a... you're creating a pattern in the wheels of cards in front of you. But if you make the right pattern, you can win. You have 8 cards. And you're putting cards before and after. Oh, fastest brain in the West.
Is it a speed game? Because if so, yes.
It is an elimination game.
Double yes.
All right, let's go back now to Lone Wolves, because I love the cover of Lone Wolves.
It is
Okay, let's see.
really
Let's
pretty.
see.
So we're going back to Lone Wolves now. We'll get there. I like the cover. I like the way the cards look.
And it's a
I
two-player
really
only
like
game.
it.
2-player trick-taking game. Seriously, look, I know we joke about the trick-taking renaissance. Is anyone else? I know that you don't like them in general, but it feels a little overwhelming at this point, the number that are coming out.
It is weird.
Yeah,
Again, what
it's like-
happened there? The zeitgeist has changed. I remember a few years ago, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago, you couldn't sell a trick-taking game.
Yeah.
Companies would be like, they would make somebody's game and that game would be popular, and then you could tell they would print that person's trick-taking game as like a solid to them. Like, well, we published this thing, it did really well for us. Sure, we'll publish your trick-taking game because you want it out there. But it was poison. They were absolutely something you couldn't move. Now everybody's got one.
I do like
Right.
this. John says
like-
Lone Wolves doesn't make sense.
True.
It's either Lone Wolf or Wolves.
Lone
Yeah,
wolves
yeah.
make sense.
They're not lone if there's 2 of them.
They're lone.
Two
There's
lone wolves.
Ah, okay. They're like looking for love?
No, they encounter each other in the wild and probably fight.
Okay.
Which I guess thematically makes sense.
Looks
Except
cool.
for the trick taking.
All right, let's jump.
It's
Oh, sorry.
pretty. I was going to say, it is pretty. I was
It
giving
looks
it a
awesome.
compliment.
Yeah.
Again, we know that
here we
Mike,
go. Here we go.
Mike Knizia does our news because we're talking about two things: trick-taking games.
And Knizia.
Knizia
If
and
either one of
Japanese
these is a
games.
trick-taking game from Knizia, mind blown.
All right. Well, the first one there, Palmyra, is a redone version of the game. It originally came out, I think, as Palmyra, but then in 2005, it was released as Motley Fool Presents Buy Low, Sell High. Do you
Which
remember
one's that?
that?
Yeah, absolutely. I owned that game for a long
That's
time.
the top one, Palmyra. That's Buy Low, Sell High.
I like that game. I used to own that game, yes.
And then the bottom one is another re-release. It's Brow, but it used to be called Whale Riders. Sorry. It's a terrible game. I almost threw up talking about it. But Whale Riders, the card game, which some people like. I hate
Riders,
it.
is
I
that-
love Whale Riders.
Is that
Whale
okay.
Riders is good. Whale Riders, the card game, is terrible.
I was
Well,
going to ask
we're
if that
writers.
was different.
The card game was already a reprint of, like, Trendy,
Yes.
right?
Still terrible.
It was Trendy, Well Riders, the card game, Brawl, I guess. That is an O, right?
Brawl, yes.
What a bro.
Brawl.
Yeah, it's a weird name, right?
All right, cool.
Yeah, huh.
All right. Well, anyhow.
What did I just say, Mike? It was Trendy first. Somebody
More!
take away his
Reiner
keyboard.
Knizia. Don't worry, there's good news coming, I think.
Ah, jeez.
Razzia, which is a redone version of Razzia, which is a raw card game. And a lot of people really liked it. I'm not sure I ever played Ra, the card game.
They're
Razzia.
reprinting that, huh? I have that.
Razzia. Then the other
Card
one.
game?
Razia.
Razia?
It's like Ra, the card game. I have
Yeah,
that.
so that's the one you had of these two.
Then Ra and Right, which is the newest in our Smurf and Right section of games. This one's a flip and right one, inspired by Ra. Haha to the name. I don't know that I care about it. I mean, there already is Ra, which is amazing. And then there's Ra, the dice game, which is
but
fine.
is this a reworking of Ra, the dice game? Because if you play Ra, the dice
No, it's
game
flip and
now,
right. Flip and right.
flipping right, it still could be a reworking of that because Ra, the dice game really feels like a roll and write now. Like if you play that game now, you're like, man, if they made this today, you can tell it would be a flip and a roll and write. You know, it was before that thing was popular. So they put cubes on stuff and whatever. But now, if you did it now, they would definitely be riding on some dry erase board. So maybe it's something like that, reworked. I'm glad they're using the 25th century look and that it's them.
It might be great, so I don't want to... And Razzia is kind of cool.
Wow, talk about everything Ra is new again.
All right, let's go to some actual board games finally.
Here we go. Jeez,
right.
I'm
Let's
sick
do
of
it. Let's
Knizia.
do it. Here we go.
You want to go back to Knizia?
Let's go back to trick-taking Knizia.
So Avalon Hill has a 5th edition of Talisman coming out. Wow. Talisman, the Magical Quest game. That's kind of a cool, evocative cover there. This is coming out July 1st, and it adds co-op play. That's kind of cool.
That's different.
Which one is it? The top one or the one on the right?
The top one is the new one. The one
Got
on the
it.
right is the new expansion.
Got
That's
it.
for this. That's the cooperative version. That's going to add cooperative, even though that cover looks like they're all fighting, but I guess it says alliances underneath it.
But they're
can't
looking
tell what
away.
I'm
They're not
looking
looking
at.
at each other. So that's how you know.
That cover literally looks so busy up on the screen we're
It
looking
does,
at it
yeah.
that I can't tell what I'm
I
looking
really
at.
like the top one, that perspective of
It's also
the
a
throne, but
campaign. There's sealed envelopes. It says not legacy, but you still open an envelope to go through to do
Wow.
it. Talisman has its fans, and it's been popular forever and ever. So, all right, let's talk about something cool. Heroscape. So Renegade announced their Heroscape Wave 2 coming out. So let's take a look at each
Is
of these.
Wave 1 out?
Wave 1's being released at Gen Con, so they're just announcing Wave
Okay.
2.
Got it.
So first we have Revna's Rebuke, Kiri Warriors. This is actually very similar. They had a lot of these warriors in the first one. They just want to show off different people with wings. And I like them. Yeah, they look great. So that's exciting. The next one is the one I'm the most excited about. This Revna's Rebuke.
that's
This
cool.
spider robot thing looks so cool.
Yeah, it does.
What's that called? It's a Iron Lich Viscerat and the Necrotech Wraith Riders.
It's a
If someone said the
mouthful.
Necrotech Wraith Riders are coming for you, I'd be a little worried, right?
That's a gang I would join, I think.
I'm really
Ooh,
excited
that's
about those. They're also releasing just a pack of terrain, which is something Heroscape fans have wanted for years.
Yes.
Just buy terrain. I've ordered 50, and I have not, because it's probably super expensive. And then also water. This one made me laugh when they
that's
announced it, though,
pretty.
because they're like, never before seen. Groups of 3 water. Like, okay,
It is cool that it's that clear acrylic, though.
Yeah, but that's what it was in the base game.
Oh, okay.
Originally,
Well,
it's just
never mind.
that 3-shaped piece is the new one. It does look really cool, though. And then real quick, we have a picture to show you the difference because, again, remember, that you can get them unpainted or painted. I just can't imagine playing this unpainted.
It's really, do you want to paint it to yourself or do you want someone else to paint it?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you have to pay more money to get that. Well, no, but some people will say, I can't afford the painted ones. But to me, it's painted or nothing. If you're buying an unpainted to paint it, that's still painted, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's the
Like,
point
I'm
I was
not
making.
playing Heroscape in a sea of gray. All that cool terrain, all
Yeah.
these cool cards, and then gray miniatures. I can't do it. I get why it costs more, but if I get these, it's going to be painted every time. All right. Well, we talked about the Spiel des Jahres, and one of the nominees is Sky Team. It's maybe, we don't know if it will win or not, but it's clearly the most popular of the games. So whenever you get nominated, the next week you announce an expansion. That seems to happen on a consistent basis. So an expansion coming, Turbulence.
I think they actually had teased this before the nomination, so, but of course they're now ringing that bell,
Right.
and well, you should, right?
This
Yes.
adds 20 more scenarios with new rules and modules to add to the game.
Yeah, that's cool. The game already had a few little bells and whistles that you could sort of tweak as you played, right? Oh, play with this one thing, play with the modules, like you said. 20 more little things you can add or subtract. Cool.
I think this is like the perfect expansion for a game like this, because when they announced or teased the expansion, I was like, it doesn't need more complication, it doesn't need more rules, it doesn't need, but something like this, just a couple more modules or more airports to go to, things like that. I think that's really the best way to handle the expansion. And it's such a quick game. It is one that I could see you wanting more to do or more variability in it, because I mean, this is just a go-to, pull off the shelf, play in 20 minutes. You can go through and actually use all the content it's bringing.
Yeah. Yeah, what they need to not be doing is, some companies will be like, oh, an expansion that makes it solitaire. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and we invented a 3-player mode with one player
Right.
playing the plane. And you're like, no, stop.
Right, yeah,
This is it. This is what you want. More places to land.
yeah.
More crap going wrong on the plane.
Give me
Done.
more in this box, not a wider berth, kind of more that it's doing. I don't want more that it's doing. I want more in these modules.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Chad points out that the people on the cover are not looking at you. He said that's how you win awards.
That's how you do it.
All right. Cthulhu has invaded everything and now is invading the world of Horrified.
This is so exciting.
But I'm most excited about the hopping vampire in this set. But there are 4 monsters in the new Horrified World of Monsters: the Sphinx, the Yeti, the Jingshi, which is the hopping vampire, and Cthulhu. Cthulhu.
I love Yeti. I love Cthulhu. I think this is by far, not even close, by far my favorite cover of all of them. I love the art on it.
I still love the very original. I love the Universal Monsters, but this was going to also come with rules to mix it with the Greek monsters,
Just the Greek.
Yes.
Okay.
which sounds
Well,
like
it's
a
also-
franchise's beginning.
Yeah. It's
Finally,
weird that
yeah.
it took them this long to kind of get to that, but this one is also cheaper. It has an MSRP that's lower by $10.
Well, it seems like there's less in it. Only
And
4
there's less in
monsters and only
I think it's 5 characters, 4
characters.
monsters, and before it was 6 monsters.
Yeah.
And like 7 playable characters.
And I think
or
that's
whatever.
okay because there's now starting to mix. I don't
Yeah.
need 7 in each box. If you can pull in from the older ones, then you
I
already
do
have
wonder
more.
if you're mixing in stuff from the Greek one, are the looks going to match at all? Those were very
I know,
distinct. There
they
was like
were.
the stone pillars. You
Yeah.
know, the whole thing has a very, again, that look, a specific vibe. Am I going to get this? Am I going to get a look on the table that doesn't mesh? And I'm a stickler for that.
Yeah.
So I wonder.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to check this one out. Horrified is a fun series, man. And
Yeah.
if they're finally able to start mixing and matching a little bit, that's cool.
And Mike brings up in the comments how the rule books have significantly decreased in quality. You know,
It's so weird.
and
That's such a weird thing to happen. Like, rulebooks
It
shouldn't
is.
get worse.
And that's something we said in the review of the Greek monsters, how it's
Yeah.
like, wow, it's just, they just get more convoluted, or less proofreading, it seems like, you know, more FAQs are needed in order to support them. So I hope that this again, all right, Greek monsters was probably your worst, so here's your chance, fix it for us. You know, if we're going to be including that stuff in it, then give us a good solid rule book to go with it.
All right.
Is there
and
a
then,
release date for this one yet? Do you know?
August 1st.
Oh, quick.
In
Yeah,
Target,
cool.
Amazon, and specialty hobby stores nationwide.
Yeah,
So-
right.
cool. That's exciting.
Cool. Nice.
All right. And then finally, every year GameFound announces a whole bunch of stuff that's coming out called the GameFound Feast. So these were exciting enough that I asked Mike to put them on separate slides. So here we go.
Let's
First,
do it.
we have Valheim, the board game. I'm not sure who that's coming from. I can't see the picture in the corner.
That is a very rich graphic. I like
Hang on,
it.
I'll pull it up on Board Game.
I really like this.
Valheim BGG. I just spelled it incorrectly, but Google fixed it for me.
Oh, Google's your friend.
Mood Publishing.
Mood. Okay.
Designer Ole Steinus. I'm in, baby. Champions of Midgard. That's good.
Oh, we did Deep Rock Galactic too, which I need to play still.
Oh, you guys thought highly of that one, yeah.
Then we have from Synergic, Harakiri Blades of Honor reprint.
Harakiri.
Plus, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, like seppuku harakiri.
Okay. It's a samurai. This is a reprint of the game plus Souls of Yomi.
That's a pretty monster. I like him.
That's
Yeah, I
pretty.
think-
Yeah, it's
I
cute. It's probably cute. You would
Look at
say.
him. Yeah, look
don't
at him.
He's
understand
adorable.
what the word
you want
pretty
him
means.
adorable.
He's pretty.
He's adorable. You
He's
want
I just wanna-
who wants to go
Okay.
and slave
Yeah.
the world?
You don't get
Also-
pretty. Look at that.
Onward. This is the
You don't
spiritual
get it.
successor to Sky Tier. He said it's not a second edition. It's a new board game set in the same universe, but sounds like a second edition.
Yeah. I think it's Sky Tear. Is it Sky,
Sky Tier, maybe.
Oh, is
But
that
in-
that card game?
Well, no, there's
No.
another game that came out before Sky Tear, Horde.
Oh, that's
It's
what
a
I was
MOBA
thinking
game.
That
of.
was a MOBA style lane defense thing, and this is a remake of that, I guess.
Okay.
All right, then
It's
we
the same
have
font.
a Kramer and Kiesling game
Let's
called
go.
Asara.
This is a reprint.
I'm going to assume, yes. Asara came out 2010
Yeah, with a
from
very, very different look.
Ravensburger, and holy moly, I never played it.
Oh, wow. That's very different.
Yeah.
Well, you can see
Yeah, they
the
make it
roots
look
of the
over
board.
here. They make it like techno-punk.
If I showed
Yeah.
this to you, what company would you say made it?
Handsome Gluck.
It looked like Queen to me.
I'd
Eh.
say Queen.
Oh.
All right, so we've had some good ones coming here, though. Guilds of Thokea. This is some sort of tactical Euro board game. That cover does not
Whoa.
look it at all,
There's
though,
a
right?
disconnect with the maples and the cover and the
Don't
cards.
say that
and-
word.
What's it called again? Guilds of what?
Thokaya. Thokaya.
Yeah, it's not on Board Game Geek yet, I think. All right. And then Rumble Planet.
Oh, yeah.
Golf has turned into an interstellar battle royale reality show.
Did you say golf?
Golf like that?
It says golf. It doesn't look like golf, but it says that's what golf has turned into. There's minis and 3D scenery.
All right.
Okay.
Wow. It was cool. It lasted.
Then Martin Wallace introduces Casus Belli. This is from, well, basically coming from Martin Wallace and Martin Wallace Designs. So it's a game of exploration, settlement, and space warfare, up to 4 players.
Gonna be a big one.
Okay.
Heroes of Might Magic 3 has announced a whole pile of expansions, Stronghold, Conflicts, and Cove. So if you've missed some of the monsters that the zillion monsters are in Heroes 3, don't worry, they're going to get them all to you.
Did you play some of this stuff already, by the way?
I still haven't played the game.
No? Okay.
No.
I mean, I played Heroes of Might Magic a gazillion times.
Not like
but
the video game. I'm talking about the game that came in. It came in
no,
and
the
stuff.
rule book is just, oof. So I'm going to get around to it.
They'll fix it in the expansion.
This will make you excited, Camilla.
Yeah.
More Terroscape. Terroscape is
Yes.
coming.
Oh, yes. I'm glad this was finally announced.
Purified Emily or Emily? I don't.
Putrefied, maybe?
Enmity. Okay. Oh, putrefied. No, I can't read this. Putrefied enmity. There we go. And also with a sun trap. Is this basically a whole new Terrascape? It looks like a whole base game.
Well, it's yeah. They're actually kickstarting the base game again and then adding some expansions to it. So it's a reprint plus.
Are you sure that's not a new version, though?
Which one? The deluxe storage box? Or?
No, the Purified Enmity, or is that just an expansion?
No, it says expansion right above it.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, the deluxe storage box.
It's already a big box.
That's a cool looking box, but I don't know if I want it to be bigger. It's a tough call.
Yeah.
All right, and then we have Lands of Galzyr, Dreams and Mystery.
Exciting. This is exciting too. I like
more stuff. It looks like it just slides right. This is the kind of expansion I love. Look at that box.
Yeah.
That box is to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Just throw those cards right in Lands of Galzyr, and you got more stuff.
And it's bringing in like your personal quest and storylines as well, right?
I need to know what happened
Which
to my
I
baby
think
lizard.
That's what I'm really, really excited about. It's just that little bit of individualization with the characters.
Yes.
I think that's gonna be
I
fun.
don't want to meet that spoiled prince again and slap him around.
Slap him a little, yeah. Feed him to the troglodytes.
And then this one kind of came out of nowhere. Above and Below.
Oh, this is so exciting!
Haunted.
Yes. So
Did you guys
cool.
watch the video?
No, there's a
Oh.
video.
No, I mean, you
What?
guys knew about these last few.
Oh well, it was announced on BGG yesterday.
Yeah, I saw this.
Got it.
This
Yeah.
one, Lands of Galzyr, I've seen already.
Yeah.
The last one is me when I'm old. On the Above and Below Haunted. But
You look like you're right.
Yeah.
That's
wow.
you.
when I'm old. I like to cover this,
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
this is
hoping-
exciting.
and I'll play this, and I hope it's good and everything Above and Below Haunted. I'm hoping I see Near and Far Part 2. That would get me even more
I'm
excited.
glad.
Really?
I'll tell you what, I'm glad it's this one. Because
Why?
I
I love
definitely
Near
feel
Far.
like, huh?
What? Near and Far is my favorite.
Near and Far is better.
Oh.
I don't know. I still.
This one I feel like needed the oomph to bring it in line with the other ones afterwards a little bit.
Yeah.
The original to me felt a little bit like a trial run.
Yeah, I know you guys. That's how you guys like. I'm in the minority and not thinking that. I love
Okay.
Above and Below.
I thought
think
the last one was your favorite.
especially it is, but Above and Below. I think Near and Far is probably my least favorite.
No face less.
Yeah, so it's just I find it fine.
So we actually have this reverse order.
We do. Yeah. No, I love Above and Below. I think especially at a lower player count, if you want like the light kind of version, of one of those games, I really like it a lot. I really do. So I think this is exciting. It's a little older. It's okay. It's enough time has passed. Like, okay, yeah, I'm ready for that next step or a little refreshment to it. But I think they also announced in the Kickstarter that they're going to be doing
Game found.
Game Found, sorry. Is it the Above and Below? Can you get the base game or you can do the upgrades for it?
kit
It's
or
an upgrade
something, yeah.
kit. That's what it was. Yeah, there's something. So I like that. That makes me think it's not replacing Above and Below. It's side by side with it, So we'll see.
This is good news for GameFound. There's a lot of cool stuff coming your way from them. All right.
It's really neat.
That, folks, is the news. I didn't get any of those.
Yeah, I put some Knizia in there for you, Mike. That's for you.
All right. Today we're talking about our top 3 fries. I am prepared.
My number 3 is this. I had this one fry back in '98.
From like chain restaurants.
I
'cause
still
it's
You said it had
not,
to be chain, right?
yeah, like chains.
Yeah.
It's not from...
It's not like individual fries we have. And
No,
we like remember
but it's
very
also
fondly.
not the fries at Joe's Diner in Waco, Texas.
Right, because I definitely
You
have.
been there?
Because I definitely have ones that I had to exclude. My favorite fries are not from chain restaurants.
Well, I think
So-
that's... I mean, you can also make home fries. I mean...
No.
No.
That's a lot of
Unless
work.
it's in a turkey deep
I hate
fryer.
frying.
And then you eat them in the next 15 minutes. I was listening.
They were good. Here's the thing. I mean, fries is the one thing. If I go to a chain, I'm like, I don't know what I want. I do know I want fries.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I'm getting, but I'm getting fries.
Yeah.
And the fact that people at BK have it your way, change the fries to onion rings, confuses and frightens me.
What do you mean they change them to
Wait.
onion rings?
They don't
Yeah,
have it?
because at BK, instead of fries, you can get onion rings.
Well, you
Yeah.
can't. You don't have to.
Oh, I know.
You can lots of places. You
confuses me
also
that
get,
people
like,
change them to
mozzarella.
onion rings.
Oh, you don't like
Oh, I
onion rings?
would.
I think onion rings are fine, but they're not fries.
Sometimes
Well,
I
that's-
want an onion ring.
I agree. I also want
Sometimes
an
I
onion ring.
feel
I
like
hope
a nut, and sometimes I don't. You know what I mean?
mounds have nuts.
Yeah.
All right.
Who starts?
Who's first there, Roy? Is it Camille?
It's Camille.
Yeah, it's
It's
Camille.
me. All right. Number 3 is Red Robin.
Red Robin.
They're yummy.
This was my number 4, actually.
They're for a good, like, meaty fry that's not just, it doesn't go too far into, like, oh, this is a potato. Like, I'm not usually a fan of, like, big steak fries. I'm like, no, this is just a form of potato. Red Robin still feels like a French fry. And the seasoning is so good. Yep, Red Robin. Red Robin.
I don't remember having had these. I might have, but I don't recall. Okay.
Also, when you get them, unlimited.
They are unlimited, and then they have the
Unlimited.
Parmesan ones, or they have the seasoned ones.
This
Yeah,
sounds
they're
good, yo.
really good. They're
All right.
really good.
I like that
You ever
better
been to
than
Red
my
Robin?
own. Maybe. I
Oh,
think
okay.
so. I just remember. My number 3 is not as good as Red Robin.
Hmm.
My number 3 is McDonald's.
Yay!
McDonald's has good fries. They're good. They're nice and salty, and they taste like French fries. The end.
They do. They're not consistent, though. You
What
never
do you
know what you're
mean?
going to get. It's a
because
gamble.
they've served 3 billion
I
fries.
know.
All right, well, guess what my number 3 is? Also McDonald's.
Thank you.
McDonald's.
Validation.
McDonald's.
Better than Red Robin.
And here's
If I
where,
could trust them.
here's,
it would.
here's the thing, though. Why do I like McDonald's? Because they're consistent. I don't know what you're talking
What?
about.
No.
McDonald's are the same no matter where you go in the
Everywhere.
world.
Waco,
no matter how
Texas.
no matter how late you eat them, when you find that fry in the bag 2 days later, still good.
Yeah, that's true. It's not a good sign, but that is
no,
true.
that's
I agree
not
with
true.
that.
They're hard. They're cold. They,
No,
oh,
no, no,
In
no.
that box right there. I mean,
I
are
once
those,
found
are
a fry
those
from
mushy?
1968, and it was still edible. I consumed it. I wrote a letter to my grandmama, said, "Dear Mama,
Yeah.
Look,
I found a fry today."
I really don't like much of anything at McDonald's. Like, I like their breakfast menu; it's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't. My kids want to go to McDonald's. I'm like, but I do like their fries. I don't know what it is. I think they're better than their competitors. Most of them. I just really enjoy them.
They're my favorite fries when they are hot and fresh. But that is, like I said, it's a gamble. You roll the dice and you have no idea. Are they yesterday's fries? Are you waiting for 3 minutes because they're hot out of the fryer? I mean, and they have a very, very short shelf life. They have like a 5-minute shelf life.
I
And you have
really
no
disagree
idea.
on this one. This is one of the ones where I'm eating fries and some fall in the bag. I'm like, that's a special present for later. Later on,
You
you're
can
like,
just do that
yeah.
yourself. You know what I mean? Just let some fall.
Yeah.
Leave yourself presents.
No.
You know?
No.
Take care of you.
Well, have you ever? I don't. Maybe people get mad at that you eating dry, but if you ever ordered fries and they're in the bag next to you while you're driving and you're eating the fries and you know some are falling in that bag, and then you're like doing that
Looking
search
in
for
there,
the fry,
yeah.
and you're like, yes, a
Yeah,
fry.
absolutely.
It's amazing. All right.
My number 2 is Arby's curly fries. Oh, they're so good. They're cool. I love the season. They have that. You're talking about twice fried earlier. They have that twice fried feel to them where they're
This I've
just
never
very.
had.
Oh my gosh, they're
These
so
these
good.
I actually don't like.
They're all. You have to like the seasoning with them. You have to like that crunchiness. Yeah, I love them. They're so good.
My number 2 is Chick-fil-A. The Chick-fil-A has that cut, what is it called? Crinkle?
Waffle cut.
Waffle, yeah, waffle cut. I like that. I like the little, the little plate fries. You know, you can dip them. They hold a lot of dipping sauce, whatever it may be, and then they're good. They're yummy. I like that they do it slightly differently too. So yeah, the waffle fries are good. Yum. The end.
My favorite thing for fries is to eat them with vinegar. Actually, I really like fries with vinegar. It's a very England fish
is,
and
yeah.
chips, and I grew up in Northeast, which there's a lot of that there. You know,
Yeah.
malt vinegar is the best, but there's all different kinds of vinegars. So I like Five Guys fries.
Oh, they're gonna say Long John Silver's.
Now, I want to be clear. The reason I'm not a big fan of seasoned fries, I like to do my own stuff to fry. So I like the Five Guys fries, the ones that are unseasoned, because I can put whatever I want on them. Then it's usually vinegar, but I also like mustard and barbecue sauce and all kinds of stuff with fries. Do you have dipping sauces? I'll dip fries in almost anything. I love that. That's why I also don't like the seasoned ones, because that kind of messes with my dipping. But the other great thing about Five Guys fries is the psychological effect that every time I'm like, I would like a large fry. So like, they fill up the thing,
And
then they dump it in the bag and do it again, and you're like, yes! I get twice the fries.
Yeah.
And that distracts you from the fact that you just paid $15 for a burger. But,
Yeah.
man, I like Five Guys fries.
I haven't been to a Five Guys in a long time.
I've also not been to one in a long time, but it's mostly because it's a dangerous place.
Yeah, I haven't been in a while. It's one of my son's favorite places to go.
There's not any
He
that's
loves
here
it.
in Homestead either,
No,
which
I don't
helps to
think so,
that.
yeah.
The closest
Yeah.
one's in Kendall.
Yeah.
I think everything's up in Kendall. Yeah, but I got tired of paying, like you said, $5 for a hot dog. So I was like,
Yeah,
nah.
but then you pay your $5 for fries, and you can, no joke, I can eat the fries, but you get a large fries, I'm like, here, family.
Yeah, no,
we got
it really
fries.
is. I think I end up throwing the most fries away at Five Guys because
That
I
has
can't
never
eat
happened.
them all.
I've never thrown a fry away.
Yeah, it's good. Number one and number two, the Arby's
wrong with
and
you?
Chick-fil-A. I went back and forth on which was the top, but so today Chick-fil-A comes out on top. Tomorrow,
Yeah,
Arby's.
crossover with
But
me.
I like the Chick-fil-A because of the waffle cut. It's that even crispiness throughout, and I like my fries crispy, not burnt. And so I think that they really nail it with this cut. The good meat to crispy ratio.
Oh, the meat to crispy
Yeah.
ratio. That's what it is.
That's what it is. That's really
See,
good.
that's interesting. And for me, I like more meat rather than crispy.
We're talking about potatoes when we say meat.
Yeah, the potato,
Yeah, yeah.
the
Okay, this is
goofiness,
meat part.
It's really
the
clear what we're talking
flesh.
about.
Potato flesh versus potato crisp.
Flesh versus skin.
Yeah, sure. I like more flesh than skin.
I agree with that.
And
No, I
disagree. I differ from you in that I do like them to be seasoned. So my number one is Checkers.
Ah!
Checkers was my short list.
I cannot disagree with
I
this more.
love that.
Checkers is,
Well, you don't like Arby's sauce or Arby's fries.
Yeah, same
so
thing,
they're very
right?
similar.
yeah, these are very fleshy, generally speaking.
Yeah.
And they are, but they have a nice crisp to them too, but they have that seasoning. I really like the
Yeah,
seasoning
they're
on
really,
these.
really good. It was my short list.
So, yup, that's my number one, Checkers. You gotta eat
Oh, my
the
number one
fries.
is a three-way crossover.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
man. And I'm still kind of mind-boggled that no one else makes waffle fries because they are the best. I
Yeah.
talk like I like a lot of potato. There's a lot of potato, but the main thing is I like the dip fries.
But they're
and
crispy all
these
the
are
way
the
through.
best.
They are.
And Chick-fil-A has like 8 or 9 delicious dips. You're like, today I'll do sweet and sour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Today I'll do the Chick-fil-A sauce or whatever.
Well, Mike doesn't like that we're calling them fleshy.
Yeah, I don't like that either. It's meaty.
Okay, I'm going to call it potato meat.
It's meaty.
Okay? How about that?
Hannah says this is a very American segment. No kidding.
Fun
we
fact.
live in America.
We're American.
Why would, fries are great. Now, I would say that I wish we had a poutine chain down here because I'm pretty sure that would go to the
I
top
don't
of
know
my
what that
list.
means.
Poutine from Canada where they put gravy and lumps of cheese on fries. You gotta try it. It's fantastic.
I'd rather not.
Do you
American.
like do you like do you like fries or do you like cheese fries? Do you
It
upgrade to them?
depends. It depends on. Well, I don't like soggy fries. I like crispy fries. I don't like really soggy, and so if I have to get out a fork, no, I want nachos. Fries aren't nachos.
Ooh, I don't know. A good. They do the cheese, the chili fries.
Chili
But yeah,
fries
that's
are
different. But again,
fantastic.
yeah, that's different
I
than
eat
like
that from a fork, though, yeah.
Right.
Or like a straw.
I guess that's true because I do like that. But again, it has to be like instantly because I don't like soggy foods. Bread should not be soggy. Fries should not be soggy. No. That's all. Gravy though? Like brown gravy or white gravy? What kind of gravy?
Depends. You can get brown gravy, white gravy,
Oh, they
black
have all
gravy.
kinds of stuff, but
Yeah.
it's and it has cheese curds and gravy. It's
Flesh gravy.
Okay, also you say curds, like it's a good thing.
You don't like cheese curds?
I hate that word.
You don't like the word
Makes
curds?
me, I really despise that word. It makes me feel like nauseous.
Really?
Curd.
Okay, but do you
It's
like
like
that?
curdled milk. It's just like instantly I go curdled
But
milk.
do you like the thing we're talking about?
Which thing are we talking about?
She said she don't hear the word.
Is
You
it
don't like
the little the little fried cheese
Yes.
things?
Turds.
Yeah, they're usually pretty good. I like mozzarella sticks better,
It's
but
like curd.
What? Oh man. All right.
Okay, I mean, come on.
but gravy on front now. That's
Yeah.
that.
It's really good.
Flesh gravy, shrimp gravy,
We've ruined fries for everybody.
Coconut
All right, let's
gravy.
keep moving here.
gravy tacos.
I'm Anne from Game Like a Mother. I specialize in games that can be played in 20 minutes or less. And lately I have been doing a deep dive into the That's Pretty Clever world of games. I've been playing all 4 versions a lot. I can't decide if version number 3 or 4 is my current favorite, but I like playing all of them. They're all very good. And they have a newer version of the game that is That's Pretty Clever Kids, which is geared for ages 5 and up. So of course I was very interested in this, got this, and we have been play testing it a bunch in my house. And I have been thoroughly impressed because it is the feel of That's Pretty Clever, but it is totally appropriate for ages 5 and up. The goal of the game is to get the most stars. So you aren't having to do math as part of any real math as part of the game. You just count up the number of stars you have at the end, and that's who wins. And you earn stars by rolling dice, and then the active player gets to select all of a certain background color on the dice, and then they get to mark them on their board. And the theme is so important to kids. It's a party theme. You have balloons, candles, presents, baked goods. So these are very fun dice to roll and to play with. And I've been playing this a lot with my 5-year-old daughter, who is rules are kind of a suggestion kind of kid. And she has done surprisingly well with this game. She actually does follow the rules. There were a few rounds where she kind of just marked where she wanted to, but then she got in line because it's just really rewarding to mark things off and get bonuses, and she is able to play and understand on her own. But we played this with my middle 2 kids who are ages 8 and 10, and they still enjoyed this game and were able to play and be successful. And it didn't feel too little kid to them, because I guess you don't grow out of enjoying a party theme. So they have different requirements. For yellow, the balloon roll, you have to fill from left to right, and you have to have rolled. You have to fill it in sequence, so it matters to start with that heart balloon. And then go on the orange, the candles. You have to have the right number of candles. So sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2. And then at the very end, it's 3. So that can be tricky to finish. And then it's a grid for the presents, and you can mark off wherever, but then you get bonuses by completing a row or column. And then you have to have a double in the blue to get any of the baked good items. So just really easy though, kids. Figure this out really quickly. Get it down, have their strategy down, and there's so many nice things about there's an active player and a passive player, just like in standard That's Pretty Clever. So you are getting things even when it isn't on your turn, so it's keeping kids active and engaged. Games really do just take between 10 to 15 minutes, and it's fun, and we've been playing it like crazy. I have an older son who's 12 now, and he's played standard That's Pretty Clever, and he's okay at it, but those are ages 14 and up on the box, and it does seem like that is very correct. You can play and do okay at younger ages, but it seems like to me there's a bit of a gap between That's Pretty Clever Kids, ages 5 and up, to get to the That's Pretty Clever games, which are ages 14 and up. Fortunately, there are a lot of really nice family level roll and write or flip and writes that are in the middle. So I would go from That's Pretty Clever Kids to games like Quicks, where it feels like a section of the That's Pretty Clever board that you're doing. So it's just a portion of the game. So it's manageable, family friendly, really nice. And then also Super Mega Lucky Box is a flip and write that's basically like strategic bingo. And it's Phil Walker Harding. And it is just, we have had great success playing this as a family. It's really fun, and it again, you're getting checking off boxes, getting bonuses. It's just really satisfying. But it is impressive to have created a roll and write that feels like the more advanced version, but a 5-year-old can play it successfully. So this is really unique, Well done. And my only complaint is that we're definitely going to run out of the scorecards at the rate we're going through them, but just laminate a few and we'll be fine. But that's it for us today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and back to the folks in the studio.
We were going to review something here, and we can't find it anywhere. We'll
like
review
that
it next time. Will you stop smacking?
It's a really good sound.
Like
Isn't that satisfying?
No, it sounds like someone's smacking somebody.
You know that's satisfying.
It sounds solid.
Yeah.
You should be a Foley artist.
That I would love that. That'd be a great job.
I don't know what we're talking about.
A Foley artist is the person who makes the sounds up for movies and TV.
You know, and they like do random things to make it sound like other things. Brain game. Yeah,
Do
that'd
they
be
even
amazing.
do that much anymore?
Yeah, do it all the time.
I
There's
do
not
it.
a gigantic electronic library with all the sound effects in it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yep. I mean, you can find sounds, sure, but they make a lot of sounds. Yeah.
Because you want like specific ones. Yeah,
I went to,
that'd be an amazing
I was
job.
doing some like short, like a short little thing for competition or whatever. We did a short little video, a film, and I had to go and dub myself, do voiceover for my own scenes because the sound didn't come out right. And the guys I was working with went to University of Miami film school. So we went over there and they had their building, and then they have a recording booths. So I went into the booth to do my lines again, and they have a TV where you can watch yourself and like basically speak to you. And I walk in there without knowing, and I'm like, there's a Foley stuff everywhere in here. When I walked in, it's all on the floor. You couldn't see the floor before you walked in. I'm like, oh my goodness. So the whole time I was so distracted.
Yeah.
I was like doing my thing, and then as they were queuing up the scenes or whatever, I'd be like, palm fronds,
What's that do?
maracas, and like there's everything everywhere. I'm
love
like,
it.
what's that sound like if I touch it and go? Yeah, it was everywhere. So it was so distracting. I definitely wanted to just sit in there and play for a while.
Yes. Yeah, that'd be top 3 jobs I wish I had pursued, I think. It's like
It seems like a really fun
Like
thing
dream
to do.
job.
cool. Yeah.
Board gaming, top 100.
It's like mortician or Foley artist or firefighter,
Okay.
Yeah.
pilot.
You could
I don't know,
combine
why
those
not?
probably.
You start the fire by you rubbing the sticks together too fast in the thing.
And then you go and save
You put it
somebody,
out.
but you don't do a really good
Then
job.
you're not
so
very
they
good at your
die.
job.
And then you throw them off a building and
And
you go.
then
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching another Board Game Smorgasbord. We'll be back at 1 o'clock, which is just a few hours away for
Tis.
4 coins. What's going to happen next? Do you even remember what happened last time? You have time to go watch last episode, which I believe was episode number 8.
Go watch it, okay?
Yeah.
And tell me what happened.
send me a summary.
Alrighty.
Camilla at dicetower.com.
Until then, I'm Tom Basil,
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Camilla.
and we like fries. America.
We do.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video from the Dice Tower. Hey, you want to learn more about us, communicate with us? We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord channel, lots of different ways to get involved with the Dice Tower. You can find that in our Linktree link below. So just click that, it will take you and you can communicate with us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. There's lots of cool things that you can find and become part of the Dice Tower. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Basil.